So my pearl is through preparedness and trust-based relationships, leaders can do anything. So I'm moving to Cody, which I'm really excited about, but I'm here to talk more about where I've most recently been. I've been at the Preparedness School International in Kyiv, Ukraine. And when people learn that that's where I'm from, the most common question is, how did you do it? How did you get through all of these multiple crises? And my answer was, it comes through preparedness and the relationships that we build. So first, when I arrived in 2019, one of the first things that I did with the leadership team was one of the tabletop exercises. And by chance, it was one where we were looking at a chemical spill that caused the school to close down for a week. And so that had us relook at our online learning plan. We had no idea that that was going to be useful, but in the end, and you know, we did have to modify it because we only planned for what it would be like if we were online for a couple of days. And as we all know, it's very different when you're online for as long as we were. But it gave us that preparedness so that we felt like we weren't going in empty-handed, you know. And then we made a point to collect lots of data. What's working, what's not working, what's the feedback that we're getting from the various constituents that helped us understand what's working, what's not, that allowed us to move forward. Moving forward, when the geopolitical situation started getting a little tense, we started reaching out to other schools that had experience with evacuations for various reasons of hostility and got and learned from their experience. Reached out to a company to get a risk assessment done that helped us understand the particulars for Ukraine that allowed us to really make sure that we had what we had in place. And that allowed us to make sure that we had as much going in. And in the end, the situation ended up being very different. You know, pretty much everyone assumed it was either going to be a very short, just in the east, not affecting Kyiv, or it was going to be something much bigger. And when we collected data to understand what was going on, we made one of our, you know, things that we look for, our indicators, based off of whether or not the embassies shut down or not. Well, we never expected that only 3 embassies would shut down and the other embassies would firmly stay in place. So it didn't give us all of what we needed, but it gave us enough of a head start to understand what we needed to do. But that preparedness was nothing compared to the foundation of relationships and trust that we built within our community. Over the years that I was there, as school's motto is a place where we belong. And so it was right at the center and the core of who we were as a school to make sure that our relationships were strong and that we knew each other, that we trusted each other, that we were always transparent. We had regular town halls, which were two-way conversations with everyone in the community. So we could ensure that everyone knew what was going on and everyone knew what each other's positions were. And we weren't always in agreement, but because we stayed firm that all decisions were focused on what was best for students, and everyone knew that, giving them that why and helping them understand enabled us to have that strong foundation of trust that got through. We also had a very strong leadership team, which of course grew even stronger through working through the crises together. We knew each other so well. We supported each other through everything. We had each other's backs at every moment. But just as importantly, through all of the trauma that was going on, we found moments to have joy. Even if it was getting together and, you know, before the invasion happened, developing a dance that we were going to go viral, that we were going to get all these superstars behind to show that we are behind peace for Ukraine. We ended up not doing it because a couple days later things changed, but those moments of joy, that moments of laughing, gave us that boost that we needed to keep going through the difficult times. So, and that wouldn't happen if we didn't have those bonds that came from those strong relationships. So my pearl is, through preparedness and trust-based relationships, leaders can do anything.